Because I'm terrified. I am so scared. And I'm just so excited. Okay, so I need to get out. I have been wanting to do this for a while. I'm moving far, far away, and you know, it's just so crazy because it's like this new thing I'm going to experience, and it's like I don't know if I'm capable of doing it, you know, because it's so new and I don't know what to do, but so far everything's been going great. I just really need to get out of the house because I'm freaking out, you know, packing and the lease and the apartment and school, money, okay. So yeah, that's our plan. So yeah, here we go. Let's do this. So essentially what I'm doing is going back to all the places that I've been in Michigan for the past 12 years. I wanted to really just take a whole day and recognize the good seasons of my life, the good and the bad, but then seeing that, you know, everything, it turns back around. And we're starting with the very first place I lived, which is this apartment complex off of Constitution. It was called Courtyards. It's called something different now for some reason. So that's our first stop. Just this past week has been so crazy because I kept calling the apartments to make sure that everything was in place, and I was told that it was okay that my roommate and I won't be coming in at the same time. That was what the first lady told me. Then I called again and she said, no, you two need to be here. And I'm like, wait, okay, well, that changes plans. So I freaked out over the weekend. But then, you know, I came to accept it. You know, it's like, okay, it's just a week, you know, like that's not going to change much. And so then I called again on Monday, the leasing office, and this other chick said, yeah, it's no big deal. Like, you can just sign the lease electronically at the same time, and then you can come in different times. It's like, okay, well, that emotional breakdown meant nothing, so plans haven't changed. But since I was emotionally accepting the fact that I stayed another week, now I'm moving out sooner than I thought. I'm moving out in 2 days. Less than 48 hours. Oh my gosh. Okay, calm down. Woo-hoo-hoo. I told my folks that this feeling is the equivalent of like preparing to go to camp for a week, but not coming back. Yeah, I am so scared. But the thing is, I know this is where I'm supposed to go. I know I'm supposed to go to Rama. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited for all the new experiences. You know, it's just this crossing of the threshold of everything that you know and jumping into some place that you're not familiar with, you know? Sometimes you can get so tied down with familiarity that you don't break out and experience everything else that God has for you. So yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge His goodness today in every area of my life, starting from when I first moved here up until where I live now. 12 years. 12 years happy, healthy, spoiled in Michigan. It's been forever since I've been to the apartments. I don't think I've been to the apartments since I moved out like 10 years ago. It's gonna be crazy. Here. It's called The View now. It's not the Courtyards. And honestly, I don't remember what my apartment number was. We're just gonna keep going here. I feel okay. I feel like I'm getting close though. I know there was like a 7 in it. Maybe 2 7s. I don't remember. But there's the mailbox. There's this place. 629 6294. 6286. 6286. This is it. That was my apartment. Oh, there's the park. There's the park right behind me. Okay. I'm gonna try and find guest parking. Business and fitness. Okay. Guest parking. Awesome. Fantastic. Well, let's go. Yep, the apartment at the very end. I just remember that set of numbers. Like, it was so crazy. I can't believe I remember that. And I remember the placing of it because I knew we were like right across from the park, which is where we're gonna go. I'm just gonna sit and remember. They have a dog park now. They changed a lot of stuff. This is not how the park used to look. But hey, updates. I hardly remember what it looked like, but it wasn't this cool. I remember being a kid here. I was like only 10. We had a lot of fun. How old was my brother? He was like 7 when we moved. One of my favorite memories here was, you know, we were just being homeschooled and everything, and we would finish school so early that me and my brother would go down into the basement of our apartment, and we would break out all of our toys. Like, I was into Littlest Pet Shop, okay, like that was my jam. And my brother had so many little action figures of Pokemon, and we loved Pokemon. Like, that was we still do. We're like Pokemon nerds. But then, you know, we would just be down there for hours. I mean, hours, just playing with each other and creating stories. And each Pokemon had like a specific personality. Like, it was an overarching story. Like, the Pokemon stayed the same. The personalities of the Littlest Pet Shop pets stayed the same. It was awesome. I loved it. And I really think that's kind of what kick-started our love of storytelling. Was just our times in the basement just playing with toys and stuff. It was awesome. Oh, and another thing, what we did was we had like this tiny little box TV. It was like hardly 12 by 12, you know, horrible quality. It had like a little VHS thing you'd stick in there. But what we used it for, it was always in the basement, but we played the N64 on that. And the game that we always played was Mario Party 3. And the cool thing about Mario Party 3 is that when you like beat the game or whatever, you get like the entire soundtrack. And so what we did is that we chose different songs, like soundtracks on the menu for like a scene that we would play out like as we played pretend, like with these toys. And it's like, this is awesome. And I remember, what did we do? We got this big foam board, and I think we cut out like a castle, like cut out of a castle out of like foam board. And then we like grabbed our parents, we brought them to the basement, and we were like, so like turned on the music from Mario Party 3 and just did this whole like shebang, you know. Yeah, it was, we had a lot of fun down there. Yeah, and I also remember like the day we moved in, it was so snowy. It was like a blizzard. It was insane. There was so much snow, and I've never seen that much snow on the ground before. It's Michigan. And our family came and we moved stuff in, and I was still doing homework at the time because it was like in the middle of the school year. Yeah, it was new. Like, I wasn't aware of like what was gonna happen here. I was only 9 when we moved. You know, like we have a park across the street, so it's like whatever. I didn't have too many troubles with that. I think making friends was really like the thing that, you know, got me on edge. But I have friends. I do. I have plenty of friends. So I didn't have to worry about that. Little Hannah, you're good. Another cool thing about living in this neighborhood is we were like a bike ride away from I think this elementary school, like for the area. And so we would ride our bikes there all the time if we didn't want to go to this park. And we were also a bike ride away from our old church venue, which is now held by another church. So I'm going to visit there next, because since it's really close. I know where the church is, but we're going to go to the park first and then the church. That's the plan.